Sponsors. Our mission is to provide positive and responsible community broadcasting to viewers like you. Network sponsors for all ProView Network's broadcasts are Frontier Restaurant, an Albuquerque tradition since 1971. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, serving Albuquerque and supporting our youth for over 40 years. Gold sponsors for ProView Network's broadcasting are Garden Schwartz Team Sales, Lone Mountain Contracting, Saggio's Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Fastino's Italian Bistro. Special thanks to Graphic Connection Custom Sports Apparel, your official NMAA State Championship apparel supplier. ProView Networks, it's a great place to be seen.
Quick hands by Molina, coast to coast. Molina, a little finger roll and a display of athleticism there. It's the 5th turnover by Monsanto. Back on the board.
With the rebound for Rio Rancho, like I was talking about Albuquerque's defense, Rio Rancho cranking up the defense a bit. Patterson for 3. Boy, nothing but net again.
John kicks it out in the corner, gives it up to Harry. Harry fires it. That's a 3-point bucket. It's a 6-point lead.
Boy, it's Dominic Chavez at the elbow. Three's up for Moya, and it's good. That's for Moya. 2-point shot.
That's Joe Yazzie. Tyler John with the bounce pass to Tomahawk. Out of the corner. A 3-pointer. Yes, right before the buzzer. That's big time. And once again, it's Ronald Leake with 2 back-to-back triples.
Back to Mahid. 6 seconds. 3. Waterfield shoots it. No good, but it's going to be off the rebound there. Kendall Johnson, and that ends the 3 to shoot. Nobody knows the clock is. Spangler at the buzzer hits. Mercy! Exclamation point.
Spangler.
Martinez goes to the outside. Cunningham's had a step and a little jam on the baseline for Christian Cunningham. Thank you very much. He's in double figures.
Where'd that come from? I'm just...
Okay, that's called separation. He was just separated from everybody with the dribble.
Smith's gonna go baseline with a 2-handed flush. How about it for the big fella, Warren Smith?
Tell you what, he wants to be on that Marty-sized top 10 player.
He's always there. Good afternoon. We welcome you to Hope Christian High School. You're watching ProViewNetworks.com, simulcast along with UABQ, Comcast Channel 26. I'm Adam Deal. That's Scott Galletti. The Hope Christian Huskies coming in with a 15-3 record, and they're hosting the second-ranked team currently right now, the Hobbs Eagles. coming in right now at a 16-5 record. Scott, you've seen this Hobbs Eagles team a lot. Both teams very similar. We've got a matchup. The number 1 ranked team in 3A, Hope, and we've seen them take down a lot of dynamite 5A squads. Both teams scoring in the high 70s. In fact, Hobbs, they're scoring 77 points a game on average throughout their 21 games. And then Hope Christian averaging 76 right under them. This should be a high-scoring affair. Should be a good one.
The thing I like about both these teams, they have not one, but maybe 5 or 6 guys who are capable of scoring in double figures. The other thing that I like, Adam, about these two teams is their size, not just height. They got a lot of big bodies in there, and they know how to use those big bodies. And, you know, they're a team-first kind of team. Little different styles. Hope likes to, you know, work around and get a good shot. Hobbs, you're going to see them trying to run the floor. Last night I used the term, they're going down like a burst of lightning. It's just zoom, zoom, zoom. You know, you think that you got them in check, a bucket of score, and they kind of remind me of the 1980s Lakers. The way that they get the ball, go down to the other end of the floor. The only thing, Magic Johnson isn't coming through the door anytime soon. That's about the only difference.
Well, we could only hope that he would come through the door. That would be a treat for us. But as you mentioned, and both teams like to get up. Both teams have players in double figures all across the area. Diedrich Milford has been lighting up for Hope Christian. He's a 3-point specialist, averaging over 11 points a game. What are some players that you need to look out for on Hobbs? Some people from the Metro area that don't know players from Hobbs.
Well, Jordan Chevarria, he was a scorer. He was hampered a little bit by foul trouble last night. He didn't get going until he had 8 points in the second quarter. Ended up the game with 16. And another guy to watch out for, Trey Nelson. He's more of their point guard, but last night he had 12 points. And another guy to add to the list, Devontae Brown. He's a scorer, but he fouled out of the game last night.
Well, and talking about last night, and Devontae Brown, who averages 15 points a game so far throughout the 21 games for Hobbs, is the loss to Volcano Vista maybe comes to a surprise to most. It was the 5th loss by Hobbs this season. Going into that game, in many polls, they were ranked number 2 in the state of New Mexico. You'd think this Hobbs team might be one of the best in the state just by looks.
Well, the discussion yesterday with myself and Brian O'Neill, both on ProViewNetworks.com and on ESPN 1017, The Team, was, you know, the eye test, maybe they weren't the number 2 team in the state as of last night, but they're definitely a top 10 team. In fact, in terms of a team that lost by 18 points yesterday, you know, they're probably the best team that's gotten blown out that I've seen. And the main part of it was their top players were in foul trouble. They do commit a lot of fouls, and that's one of the things that we got to watch out for here today. If they're not committing fouls, it's going to be a tough night for Hope. If they are, then it's going to play right into Hope Christian's hands.
It's very tough to compare teams from down south or across the state of New Mexico. Hobbs has not played a lot of Metro teams until this trip, but a couple that they did play that we do know about just to compare them in the state of 5A is they beat Cleveland in their tournament, their own tournament that they hosted. They beat them in the semifinals by 2 in Tasker Arena. We know that's a tough place to play. And then they beat Gadsden and Alamogordo. Those are the 2 teams that are leading District 4 5A down south. So they do have a lot of impressive wins under their resume.
Here's one of the things about Hobbs. Coach Greg Brown of Volcano Vista, I heard him on the radio today about last night's game, and he was asked about Hobbs. And he said, well, the top thing that you want about Hobbs is you want to play them in your building and not in theirs, because Hobbs has an outstanding home record. Hope Christian, you can say the same thing. If teams come into here, we saw that with Sandia earlier in the season. It's a very hostile environment, maybe a little different playing conditions with what looks like a smaller court, which plays into their size. So there's a lot of advantages playing home court, and in this instance, I think home court does matter.
Well, let's look at the other side of the spectrum. 15-3 on the season. The Hope Christian Huskies head coach Jim Murphy, he's no stranger to winning. That guy may be one of the most winning coaches you could be around, so competitive too. His team is always so disciplined, Scott, and this year is no different. With only 3 losses, they are taking down 5A teams like they're in 5A, the 3A school. They've beaten a lot of good teams such as Monsanto, Sandia. They took 3rd place in the Metro Championships. They beat Highland and defeated Rio Rancho to win the Joe Armijo Classic, and then defeated Rio Rancho in the Rio Rancho Holiday Hoops Classic. They've won 3 tournaments this year so far.
You know, Adam, one of the things I could kick myself for not having the article that was written in the paper today about this game tonight, being that these 2 teams, the head coaches have won, well, not so much the head coaches, but these schools have won a boatload of titles. Hobbs won a few years ago, and they also won 4 straight back in the late 2000s. So 2000 through 2008, I believe it was, they went on a 4 straight run. So you got a lot of state championships between these two schools. So there's a lot of honor playing each other. So each school knows about the other, and they don't want to come in here and say, "Oh, it's a non-district game. Who cares?" These teams want to show the other school, "Hey, we're the better program."
Well, it's going to be a dynamite affair. There's no doubt about that, folks. When we return, we'll have tip-off for you. It's the Hobb Eagles taking on the Hope Christian Huskies right here on Privy Networks. It's a great place to be seen.
Don't sacrifice quality or flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride delivers the best tasting barbecue chicken and ribs with the fastest drive-thru in the whole city. Plus, Albuquerque Magazine has awarded Golden Pride for having the best tasting breakfast burrito in town. For a great meal without the wait, come see us at any one of our 4 locations or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride, home of Albuquerque's #1 breakfast burrito.
Get into the game. Garden Schwartz Team Sales features fine products and apparel from Wilson, Schutt Sports, Speedline, and Russell Athletics. We offer custom embroidery and screen printing services for all of your school or club needs, from team uniforms to school letter jackets. Specializing in all sports and serving all communities, from big schools to small schools, from up north to down south, or all points in between, Garden Schwartz Team Sales has the products and professional services you'll need to be your best. For great prices, friendly staff, and quality products, call Garden Schwartz Team Sales today at 1-800-880-7767. That's 1-800-880-7767. Since 1939, Garden Schwartz Team Sales is a proud supporter of New Mexico youth athletics.
For the best pizza, calzones, pasta, salads, and sensational desserts, Saggio's is an Albuquerque institution. At Saggio's, you'll find fresh, homemade, real Italian pizza, 9 different types of stuffed calzones, dozens of homemade lasagnas, cooked-to-order pastas with homemade sausage and meatballs, unique sandwiches, salads, and gourmet pizza.
For great food, fun, or a game on their dozen big screens, Saggio's is simply the best. Saggio's, an Albuquerque institution for 33 years, 107 Cornell Southeast, right across from UNM.
ProView Networks would like to thank High and Heather Roberts for their generous support of our mission to help raise the profile of New Mexico's youth and to serve the communities that support them. High and Heather Roberts are proud members of the American National Family of Companies and serve to provide life, health, auto, and home insurance to people like you.
Treat yourself to a day of pampering at Essence Spa and Nails, an oasis of luxurious manicures and luscious pedicures. We also offer exfoliating facials and an array of waxings. Bring along the little one for a day of relaxation. Call us at 856-0000. Enter a world of beauty at Essence Spa and Nails on the corner of Wyoming and Burleson in Northeast Albuquerque.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
I joined the National Guard and never thought I'd be saving lives.
It's more than money for college. It's built my character and given me a sense of accomplishment. Now I'm on a career path and I'm the leader of my team.
I put on the uniform and I have a whole new outlook on life. Country, community, family. That's what matters most to me. If that matters to you, go to 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
Come to Fastino's Turbo Bistro for some great pasta, sandwiches, pizza, or salads. We open daily at 6 a.m. with our delicious Italian breakfast sandwiches. Come in and enjoy the atmosphere and watch some TV while you eat. Or if you're in a hurry, our fast and convenient drive-thru will hit the spot. Enjoy a giant slice of green chili pepperoni pizza. How about some fresh sautéed shrimp Alfredo? Or a can't-miss spaghetti and meatballs with fresh garlic bread? Or how about our citrus salmon salad? You can't go wrong at Fastino's. Fresh food without the wait. 2600 Wantabeau Northeast. Graphic Connection is your source for quality custom sports apparel inspired by the athletes that wear it. Graphic Connection offers in-house graphics, embroidery, digital printing, and screen printing, enabling us to offer custom products with fast turnaround to suit both your budget and your timeline. Graphic Connection is New Mexico's exclusive Cornette digital garment printer shop. The print resolution is unparalleled. Contact Graphic Connection today at 505-821-2777 or visit us online at www.gcsportswear.com.
I joined the National Guard and never thought I'd be saving lives.
I put on the uniform and I have a whole new outlook on life. Country, community, family. That's what matters most to me. If that matters to you, go to 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
In Albuquerque, call Agent Marty Size and Agent Teresa Size-Wilmert and see if State Farm can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Whatever your dream, a tranquil backyard retreat, the perfect yard for the kids, or professional maintenance for your corporate campus, the Grounds Guys will help you achieve it. Our established systems allow us to deliver industry-leading lawn care and landscape solutions to commercial and residential customers. Experience our difference with a 3-hour callback guarantee, clean, shiny trucks, friendly uniformed personnel, state-of-the-art equipment sharpened daily, and quality control reports delivered monthly.
Lone Mountain Contracting is a locally owned certified contractor providing award-winning athletic facilities from fields and turf to tracks and courts. With over 40 years of experience, Lone Mountain Contracting offers an integrated design-build approach to get your project completed on time and on budget. Lone Mountain Contracting is a #1 approved CES vendor and member of the American Sports Builders Association. We work with you to create an athletic facility that is a source of pride for you and your community for years to come. For a free site and facilities analysis, visit LoneMountainContracting.com or call 505-869-2996 today.
The Barley Room Bar and Grill is proud to support our community. We offer a wide selection of drinks and food that will suit any taste. Come and enjoy some of our great appetizers or one of our enticing entrees. Sit on our patio and soak in a beautiful New Mexico day. Come listen to some great live music, attend one of our movie or karaoke nights, or just watch a game with your friends. The fun never stops at the Barley Room, 5200 Eubank Northeast, Suite B5 in Albuquerque. See you here.
Troy Simos,
Rachel Salvato,
Roman Huggerhughes, Diego Vigil.
Thank you, APS, for giving us the skills to be interns at Sandia National Labs.
Lexi Petronas, Valley High School, 1993. Thanks, APS, for a start that helped me become the editor of Albuquerque the Magazine.
Officer Simon Drobick, Highland High School, class of 1990.
Lieutenant Scott Lopez, Rio Grande High School, class of 1995. Thank you, APS, for helping us realize our law enforcement dreams.
Albuquerque Public Schools, support the potential.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
In Albuquerque, call Agent Nancy Birch and Agent Michelle Bermudez and see if State Farm could save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
We welcome you back to Hope Christian High School, home of the Huskies. Adam Deal here along with Scott Galletti. The Huskies about to take on the Hobb Eagles. As the Hobbs coming in at 16-5 on the season, the Huskies 15-3. What's set to be a dynamite matchup, the 3A team, the Hope Christian Huskies 3A. number one in state, no doubt. They would probably be in the top 3 if they were in 5A, Scott.
The way they've been playing this year, I mean, you look at last year when they had an outstanding season. They won the 3A championship at 20-11. And this team, even though they lost a bunch of players from that team that were major contributors, if you will, and this was quote-unquote maybe a rebuilding season, but still with a lot of talent, this team is playing about as well as anybody here in the Metro and maybe in the entire state.
We thank you folks for joining us on ProviNetworks.com and also simulcast on UABQ Comcast Channel 26.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Barry Ehlert Gymnasium on the campus of Hope Christian School. We'd like to welcome the Hobbs Eagles and all their family and friends. I'd like to ask everyone at this time if you would please stand. At Hope Christian, we not only have the pleasure of being able to compete at a high level in athletics, but we'd also have the privilege of asking God to bless these endeavors, and we hope everybody has fun. If you would bow your heads with me now. Heavenly Father, we're grateful that everyone from Hobbs made it here safely. We hope they've had a great experience playing last night and then again today. We pray that you get them home safely. We pray that this afternoon's contest is a great preparation for them in 5A and for the Hope Huskies in 3A. We pray for great sportsmanship from the fans. We pray that we get to meet someone new and have a very special time of having fun. And Lord, while we have fun today, we keep in mind that there are people around the world protecting us, men and women in the military, our first responders. And Lord, a lot of us just are blessed to even have a job, Lord. And we pray for people around the state that don't have that. Thanks for bringing all the business to southeast New Mexico and the Hobbs community and all the things you do here in Albuquerque. Lord, we just hold up the game to you and ask for your blessing in the name of Jesus. Amen. I'd like to introduce Don Bauer now to sing our national anthem and to honor America. The flag is on the southwest corner of the gym underneath the scoreboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join in as we sing our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Hobbs Eagles coming into the Metro City for the first time this season, and it won't be their last.
Starters, number 10, Evander White.
As the PA announcer here,
number 20,
going over some of the non-starters for the Hobbs Eagles, but I mentioned that this won't be the last time they'll be in the metro area because they'll be here for the state tournament. Well, most likely, they'll most likely have a home game in that first round as 16 teams get in, and then if they win, then they would have to go into the quarterfinals, but most likely Hawk fans would like to think that they'll be back to the metro area.
I would think that they would be one of the favorites to end up back in Albuquerque for those final rounds in March at the pit. And you would not be surprised if this team is there. And, you know, one of the things, Adam, coming into this building, and Hobbs, I'm sure one of the first things that they noticed were the pictures to the right of us, where you see all the state championship teams. And you know,
there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot at Hobbs as well. So a couple of teams and a couple of schools that have a lot of history. And, you know, it was mentioned last night, if you haven't heard of Hobbs, and Hobbs is a program in basketball, you haven't been watching or listening at all, because this team is well known, but so is Hope.
The starters for the Hobb Eagles. Trey Nelson, the junior at 5'7". Jason Meredith, the senior guard at 5'7". Devontae Brown, the wing guard senior at 6 foot. Jordan Xaviera, the senior guard at 6'3". And Gabriel Gerardo, the senior guard at 6'4". Head coach Mike Smith, 16-5. Let's go over the starters for the Hope Christian Huskies. As we'll start out with number 3, Brandon Zabala at 6 foot. The guard, Zach Williams at 6'3". The outstanding shooting guard at 6'4", Dietrich Milford. Mr. Do-It-All, the 6'2" guard, number 30, Ben Spangler. And the forward on the inside, the big guy, 6'5", number 34, Austin Drake. Head coach Jim Murphy, 15-3 on the season, the Hope Christian Huskies. The Huskies in their white, trimmed in green and gold, and Hobb Eagles in their traditional black, trimmed in gold away uniforms, and we're ready. We mentioned in pregame, Scott, that Hope Christian averages 76 points a game. Hobbs averages 77 points a game, so these two teams love to run. They love high tempo. They love to press. They love to change defense up. It's going to be a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, Hope, they like the 3 maybe a little more than Hobbs does, where Hobbs, they like to get those easy baskets. So it's going to be something to watch out for if they're able to run or if Hope is able to play their game.
Well, a quick start. Xaviera, though, tipped around. It's right back to Xaviera, and he's up and in. And so there's the first bucket just like that, 2-0 Hobbs.
Yeah, that's what Xaviera does. He's outstanding when it comes to getting the board and getting the putback. He did that a bunch last night, so watch out for that today.
There's Dietrich Milford, and a quick foul is going to be called. As Milford, in the last few weeks, has started to heat up. He suffered an injury before the Rio Rancho Holiday Hoops Classic, starting to get back into the swing of things. Dish underneath, that's Austin Drake, window and in.
And Drake had a big game last night, 20 points in their victory over Clovis, so watch out for him down low.
Trey Nelson will bring it up the court, and a handoff to Meredith. Back to Nelson. It's a zone defense. They go inside to Xaviera, back outside to Nelson on the elbow. Early here in the first quarter, 7:12 to play. We're tied up at 2 apiece. That's Devontae Brown to pull up 14-footer is good. The mid-range jumper goes, and it's 4-2.
Yeah, Devontae Brown, one of their leading scorers, averaging 15 points going into last night's game, held down to 6. If he gets going, could be a long day for Hope.
On the drive, Zabala went baseline, and he was fouled. It's going to be the second team foul as Casey Meredith picks up his first personal. Ben Spangler will toss it in, and that's Zabala top of the key. He'll set it up with 6:50 to go in the opening quarter. Zabala lost it. Nelson's going to grab it. Up ahead, Meredith, and he'll reset. Swinging around Devontae Brown, 18-footer, no. This time it's long, and Zach Williams pulls down the board. Quickly up ahead, transition. Drake missed a bunny.
Yeah, you're not going to see him miss too many of those.
No. And against Hobbs, you've got to make those.
Yeah.
Meredith to Nelson, deep triple, bang.
Remember what I said about three-pointers? Forget it. I guess I do like the 3.
Nelson hits it. And it's 7-2, Hobbs up on top. Zach Williams underneath to Spangler is going to drive up and in.
Ben Spangler assisted by
Ben Spangler's kind of the guy that'll do it all. Won't get a lot of points, but he'll get a lot of rebounds, force turnovers.
Yeah, he's a leader on the court, according to their head coach, Jim Murphy. And
Xaviera was blocked straight up by Milford. Milford step back triple, no. That was long, and Devontae Brown with a long rebound. Brown's going to go all the way. Offensive foul, they say. That's the 13th foul already, Scott.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. They get a lot of fouls, so if Hope can take advantage of that, especially once they get into the one-on-one and double bonus, they're going to be in good shape. But Devontae Brown, that was a good taste of what they like to do, just drive down the middle.
Hope Christian shoots 65% from the free throw line. Hobbs 64 when it comes down to that. as the ball will get it across half court. Scott, you mentioned this gym a little bit smaller than most gyms.
Yeah, a tiny bit. I mean, actual court dimensions, it's a little bit tinier. I don't know who that advantage goes to.
Right. Well, both teams love to run, and obviously we mentioned the tempo. Both teams have high tempo.
Also, watch out when Hobbs is on defense. They haven't really shown their full court press yet, and their press is deadly.
Nelson inside to Xavier, was tipped away. Checking into the game for the first time is Calvin Jones, listed at 6'10", big guy on the inside. Averages 9 points a game off the bench. Also checking in now is Adrian Trevino, number 34. To reach in, going to go against Spence Spangler. That's the first team foul against Hope Christian with 4:57 to go here.
Yeah, Kelvin Jones is listed, and he was averaging just under 9 points a ball game. Had a slow night last night, but I mean, you look at him.
Well, there he is. Jones is fouled. Count it.
He's only a junior. That's what I was trying to get to. I mean, he's going to maybe even grow more, but he's a big guy right now.
No answer for height. You cannot teach it.
Well, he matched his total of last night already, 2 points. And he, too, was in foul trouble the majority of last night.
A complete line change here, as Hope Christian likes to do a lot. Coming into the game is Marcus Johnson, Chris Rowland, Luke Dye, who could really shoot the ball. Also, Jeff Shermanhorn. And then Jordan Leake, the sophomore. Leake's going to go all the way. Leake off the window and in, and he went up against the big 6'10" Jones and took it right to him.
You know, you've seen a few of the Hope games like I have, and that's one of the things that Jordan Leake does. He's off the bench. He's instant energy, and he, too, likes to penetrate and go to the hole, and he did so right there, and he gets a three-point opportunity.
The sophomore at the line, trying to capitalize the old-fashioned way, and he does. So 3 points for Jordan Leake, back to a 2-point game, 4:43 to play here in the opening quarter. Well, you mentioned Hobbs and their three-pointers taken this season. They're 35% from three-point line. As Nelson's hit one of those so far inside, Xavier lost it in a turnover. Or was it last touch, they say by Hope, and it was. Both teams with one turnover. Hobbs averages 18 turnovers a game. As this tipped away, Rowland gonna go all the way up and in.
Yeah, Rowland, just good anticipation right there, Adam, as the game is tied up at 9-9.
Second turnover by the Hobbs Eagles with 4:20 to go opening quarter. And then Nelson lost it off his feet. And they say at last touch, Shermanhorn. Very pesky Jeff Shermanhorn comes off the bench. Doesn't average much, but one of those puzzle pieces.
I think the word for him is scrappy.
That's a good word, too. Adrian Foster is in for Hobbs. Nelson going to dive in. Nelson a little float. That's no good. The rebound, though, put back. No. And Jones able to save it. Back out to Nelson. Top of the key. No. And again, an offensive rebound. That's 2 on this possession, Scott.
Yeah, they're throwing some lazy passes, but they're stemming the tide right here, they being Hobbs.
Trevino, left wing for 3, missed everything. And the long rebound out to Leake. Hope's going to push. 3:40 to go opening quarter. Leake spins it back out to Dye. He can shoot it for 3. No. An offensive rebound. Shermanhorn's put back. No good. Or the rebound goes to Trevino.
Some of the fans in our area kind of said, and that, you know, looking at that play, 9 times out of 10 he makes that shot.
That's Foster, goes inside off the window, short was Jones. And here's a quick transition. Shermanhorn, extra pass to Leake, and he's blocked. And a foul, they say. I believe it's going to go against Adrian Trevino, right?
Yeah, Trevino looked like he had almost all ball, but he got him a little bit on the body right there, Adam. Otherwise, it's a good play. As he kind of looked at the official, hey, I got the ball, but the official was right there on the play. It was a good call.
Network sponsors for this program and all Pro V Network broadcasts: Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs in the Frontier Restaurant. They've been serving Albuquerque and supporting our kids for over 40 years. You can stop in at any of the 4 Albuquerque Golden Pride locations or visit the famous Frontier Restaurant across from the University of New Mexico Central Avenue. Let them know you appreciate their support to put these kids on the air. Leake at the line again, and he'll get them both. 5 points early for the sophomore Jordan Leake. All the way the other way. Jones cannot connect. And then a reach-in call. That's going to go against the Eagles. It'll be their 16th foul already with 3:04 to go here in the first quarter.
Number 20, Pierre Swain. That is his first 16th foul on the Eagles.
Pierre Swain, who really didn't see any action last night for Hobbs in the game today, so kind of curious that their head coach Mike Smith mixing things up lineup-wise.
So Swain picks up his first personal. Roland's going to go all the way off the window and in.
Yeah, that's a beautiful drive by Roland. Just picked his spot and put it up with the right hand off the left wing.
And it's a little run here for the Hope Christian Huskies, a 7-0 run, and then Sherman Horn picks the pocket. He's going to go all the way. Count it!
Jeff Sherman Horn.
A 9-0 run and a chance to make it 10, Scott.
Yeah, we talked about Shermerhorn being a scrappy guy. He's an outstanding defender. Just picked the pocket, went coast to coast, and kind of a silly foul if you're on Hobbs, but Shermerhorn will take it to try to make it a 7-point game.
Nick Lopez will pick up the personal foul. It's already the 17th foul against the Hobb Eagles. 15-9, it's Hope Christian on top. Shermerhorn at the line. 3-point play, in and out, no. Couldn't connect. So 3 of 4 from the free throw line so far. Hope Christian. Nelson will back it out. He's guarded by Sherman Horn. 2:27 to go in the opening quarter. Baseline, a little jump. That's good. Tough shot on the baseline. A 15-footer is smooth for Adrian Trevino. And then a quick turnover by Hope Christian. That'll be their second. I have a feeling this is going to be a game of runs.
Yeah, it probably will be. This is the kind of start that Hope had, I should say Hobbs had last night. Slow. And then they really pick things up near the end of the second quarter. But you're right, Adam. It's going to be a game of runs because both teams equally talented.
Well, here's Nelson, guarded by Sherman Horn. He's been pesky on him so far. 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Foster to the near side. Trevino. Back out to Nelson. They'll swing it around.
3 seconds.
Swine diving in. Off the window. Count it. That was a tough shot.
That was a very tough shot.
Basket is good. Personal foul on Jeff Shermerhorn. That is his first.
So Jeff Shermerhorn going to pick up the first personal. 13 foul. 1:41 to go here in the opening quarter. So Pierre Swain with 2 points and a chance at a 3-point play here. So the 10-0 run definitely answered with Fine back from Hobbs. And it's back to a 1-point game as Zabala will inbound it. Another line change for Hope Christian. Almost a 5-second call. Got it into Spangler.
You said something about runs, Adam?
Little something, right? Checking in was Gerardo. He saved it, but right to Zabala. Zabala pumps, puts it up. Got it to go. Brandon Zabala, the senior, with his first field goal, and it's 17-14.
Yeah, he's another guy who had been nagged by injuries, and it's good to see him back in the lineup because he's such a smooth player.
Nelson going against Spangler. Goes inside to Calvin Jones. That's back outside to Brown. He'll reset on the elbow. $1:05 to go here in the first quarter. Back and forth we go at Hope Christian High School. 17-14. It's the Huskies on top. Out of the corner is Brown. Gerardo, top of the key, and he threw it away, trying to get it over to Brown, and miscommunication. It's the 4th turnover by Hobbs.
I honestly believe, Adam, if you're an opponent of Hobbs, you want to make them play the half-court game. If they're running and gunning, they're going to be tough to beat. But if you're slowing them down like Hope is, you're in good shape, and Hope is right now up by 3.
Milford will swing it out to Spangler. Underneath is Williams. A turnaround left is good. It's his first bucket, Zach Williams. And the lead back up to 5. 33 seconds to go opening quarter.
Little nifty left-handed hook shot. Nice to see that in his arsenal.
Brown, a little spin, puts it up wild, and he was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line.
You know, it's one thing seeing a guy do a spin move, but that almost looked like an opposite way spin move, the way he turned.
It was awkward.
It was athletic looking too, though. But it was
right. He made it look good.
Yeah,
I would have made that look terrible.
Oh, you and me both.
So Brown goes to the free throw line for 2. on the 14th foul. He'll knock down the first.
I lived and died by the spin move when I played back in the day, and played very limited for that matter, but I'd never done a awkward move like that the other way around because I couldn't do it.
So Brown gets them both. He's got 4 points, 19.7 on the clock here in the first quarter. It's 19-16. Hope Christian on top. Here's Zabala. Zabala's got some room to work with. Zabala's going to go all the way. Get that out of here, says Jones.
And he hit it off of Zabala, so what an athletic play there. And he didn't have a block last night, but he came close to a couple. But, Volcano was able to counter the height with him and kind of keep him at bay with foul trouble. But he looks like he's going to be a player one day.
8 seconds on the clock here for Devontae Brown across half court. A 3-point lead for the Huskies. Brown a crossover. Brown's going to dive in. Kick outside now. Nelson traveled with 1.1 on the clock.
That's what's known as happy feet right there, Adam. He didn't stop the pivot foot and just kept going. Good call by the official.
So let's see if Hope can get a shot off with 1.1.
Ooh, they just
Austin Drake couldn't get a handle on it. A nice play set up, and that'll end the first quarter. So,
well, you know what? He had a shot had he been able to grab that ball, Adam.
Well, it's Hope on top by 3. More to come. You're watching Pro Network. Such a great place to be seen.
Get into the game. Garden Schwartz Team Sales features fine products and apparel from Wilson, Schutt Sports, Speedline, and Russell Athletics. We offer custom embroidery and screen printing services for all of your school or club needs, from team uniforms to school letter jackets. Specializing in all sports and serving all communities, from big schools to small schools, from up north to down south, or all points in between, Garden Schwartz Team Sales has the products and professional services you'll need to be your best. For great prices, friendly staff, and quality products, call Garden Schwartz Team Sales today at 1-800-880-7767. That's 1-800-880-7767. Since 1939, Garden Schwartz Team Sales is a proud supporter of New Mexico youth athletics.
Gold sponsors for this broadcast: Garden Schwartz Team Sales, the New Mexico National Guard, Sazio's Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Fastino's Italian Bistro, all great sponsors here on Provy Networks. Adam Deal here along with Scott Galletti. To the second quarter we go, and it's 19-16. Huskies on top, and they'll start out with the rock, Scott.
Yeah, they will, as we'll see what Hope's able to do right now.
Spangler to Milford on the inside. Drake going to reach in foul, going to go against Hobbs and Scott already. That's the 8th team foul. And Gabriel Gerardo's going to pick up the personal, but this is going to be 1-on-1 shooting, and they're in the bonus already.
Yeah, I told you before, that's what happened last night against Volcano Vista. And in my opinion, even though Volcano Vista played an outstanding game, that was the difference in the ball game. Volcano getting to the line numerous times compared to Hobbs.
Well, Drake can't capitalize as he misses the free throw. As a team, they're 3 of 5 from the line. And so Hobbs with the rock with 7:44 to go, just started the second quarter. And you think maybe it has to do with Hobbs' up-tempo defense maybe getting him in trouble?
Yeah, a little bit of over-aggressiveness is what it is, because they're a very talented team, very, very aggressive, and sometimes their hands, get in on the reach-in. And
here's it, it's almost stolen from Zach Williams inside. Chavarillo backing down, and a call going to go against Jordan Leake, the sophomore. It'll be the 5th team foul against Hope Christian.
Yeah, you saw Chavarillo. He wanted to post up right there, and Chavarillo is a good post-up player. We saw his inside move earlier in the game for his only points, and if he's able to do that, he might be able to get his team back into the game.
Spangler tips one out of bounds. It'll stick around with Hobbs. Checking back into the game is Kaysen Meredith. This is stolen away from Milford. Chavarillo just tried to bang it off his leg. Williams going to go the other way, and he missed a bunny, and over the back's going to be called against Gerardo. And it's going to be free throws up and coming for Hope Christian. How about the steal by Milford on the other end?
I don't know if it was so much a steal as just Chavarillo throwing it right at him, because
we tried to throw it off his leg, right?
And it was a good catch. They came the other way, and it was a situation that it was not enough possession by Gerardo.
Well, Austin Drake has missed back-to-back 1-on-1s. Devontae Brown in the lane. He'll put one up and in. The little floater goes.
Yeah, that's one of the things you got to do is keep him out of the paint because he's deadly.
Spangler almost threw one away. That's Milford turnaround jump. That's no good. A struggle for the rebound. Gerardo saved it, though, and Devontae Brown's going to run with it. Brown's going to pull up a 15-footer. It's good. He's starting to feel it. 8 points for Devontae Brown.
I was just going to say he is feeling it, and he didn't really have his best game last night, and he's more looking like what his stats said. He's an outstanding shooter.
Chavarria's going to reach in, foul Austin Drake, who's missed his last 2 free throws, but Hobbs has retaken the lead 20-19.
Chavarria's 3rd personal. Huskies now in the double bonus. Austin Drake at the line.
That's already number 3, and it's already number 3 on him, and that's danger.
Drake going to hit the first free throw. He's got 3 points as a team. Hope Christian is 4 of 7 for the free throw line. As Chris Rowland going to check back in for Hope.
Andre Foster, 54, Kelvin Jones on the
last night in the first half, Volcano Vista was 13 of 14 at the foul line compared to no free throw attempts for Hobbs.
Wow. Well, tonight they're 2 of 3, or this afternoon, I should say. Nelson will set it up. 6:44 to go second quarter. We're tied up at 20. Meredith gets a screen from Jones. They go pick and roll, and it's stolen away. Leake goes quickly up ahead and overthrew Austin Drake. They return the turnover favor.
Yeah, on the flip side for Hobbs, when they shot the free throws, they made them. They ended up 4-4 in the third, 7-7 in the game, and already today I have them for 3 for 3. So when they shoot them, they make them. And when you think about it, Adam, a team that doesn't shoot a lot of free throws and they average as much as they do, that's a scoring machine.
Meredith, the 19-footer, it's good. It's his first bucket. And the lead back to Hope, 22-20. A 3-on-2 here. Jordan Leake's going to take it all the way out the window. And how about the sophomore with 7 points?
Yeah, I love the way that he plays. He just puts everything into his effort. He's a smooth player once he penetrates.
Nelson comes to Meredith on the near side with 5:56 to go. It's stolen away. Marcus Johnson, the junior, hands off to Spangler. Spangler with a nice finish. And in the transition, Hope Christian is fantastic. A timeout of the court going to be called by head coach Mike Smith. We'll take it as well. 5:47 to play here in the second quarter. You watch your Privy Network. Such a great place to be seen.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
Well, the Hobb Eagles have turned it over 8 times so far, and it's cost them a bit here. Spangler with the last bucket, and it's 24-22 with 5:47 to play here in this second quarter, Scott.
You know, something you mentioned before the break, Adam, it was about Hope liking to run the ball down court and playing in transition. This is a couple of teams that maybe a little differently in transition because Hobbs is just lightening up and down the court. Hope plays a smart transition game.
Here's a loose ball and another turnover. 3 straight as Spangler going to go all the way and but he'll go to the free throw line on a reach-in foul. That's already the 9th turnover by Hobbs so far. They average 18 a game.
Yeah.
So they do turn it over a lot.
Yeah, they do turn it over. They foul up. And Hope doing what they do well. They take the ball to the rack. They have no inhibitions about driving past even the tallest defender on the court. And that's why they're successful, because they're not afraid to take it inside.
4 of 9 for the free throw line so far, though. Hope Christian usually shooting 65% on the season. And Spangler drops down that one. He's got 5 points in the game so far. 5:33 to go here in the second quarter. It's a 3-point advantage for Hope Christian. Here's Meredith.
Hope is playing a matchup man-to-man here.
Tried to go inside to Calvin Jones, and it was tied up. Possession arrow favors Hobbs.
Possession arrow belongs to the Eagles.
So both bigs in right now. Gabriel Gerard, also Calvin Jones. Foster backs it out to Meredith. 5:10 to go here in the second quarter. Meredith will hand off to Nelson, and he'll set it up. Nelson to Gerard, looking for Jones. Guarded by Milford. Here's Foster. Now Meredith. A 15-footer, and that's good. His second bucket.
Yeah, Meredith playing a lot more aggressively offensively last night. He had one jumper like that in the fourth quarter last night, a couple of threes wide open, but he's being aggressive.
Get that out, says Gerard. He sent that into the bleachers, Scott.
Oh, you're not kidding.
How about it from Gabriel Gerardo?
He's telling us, hey, our big guy Jones might be tall, but I'm pretty big myself.
Step back from Milford, no. But the rebound by Leake puts it up, no, but he's fouled. And how aggressive has this sophomore been so far with 7 points?
And he puts himself in the right place at the right time to make a play because he had perfect position to get that offensive board and then the putback.
Jordan Leake at the line, shooting 2.
The foul going to go against Adrian Foster. It's his first personal. Leake's going to hit the free throw. 6 of 11, Hope Christian now.
Yeah, there's a guy that you want at the line, though. It's Jordan Lake. He's perfect so far.
Luke Dye, Jeff Shimmerhorn.
Luke Dye and Jeff Shimmerhorn going to come in. Leake got them both. He's got a game-high 9 points. And the lead now 27-24. Devontae Brown back in with the rock. Brown almost got pickpocketed. Did. Rowland tipped it away. Johnson's going to run with it. Johnson out to the elbow. Dive for 3. It's in and out. No good. And a long rebound out to Johnson. Rowland extra pass to Shimmerhorn. It's going to go baseline. Shimmerhorn, a reverse layup up and in. That's a tough bucket.
That's a very tough bucket. And he went from one side of the base to the other and reversed it almost no look.
Nelson to the near side, and Foster couldn't handle the pass. It's a turnover. The 10th by the Hobbs Eagles. 3:57 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Hobbs looks frustrated out there, and that's something that you normally can't make a Hobbs team do is be frustrated. Hope's doing an outstanding job right now.
Here's the ball at top of the key to Johnson. Johnson spins. Johnson, a turnaround jump. That's no good, and the rebound to Brown.
One of the things that Hope is doing outstanding on defense is they're having weak side double team help where Hobbs, the player thinks that one guy's guarding him, then another guy comes and picks up, and they end up with steals.
Nelson in the corner. That's in and out. Jones with a rebound and is fouled from behind. I believe Dye got a hand in on there.
Yeah, it's only team foul number 6. Double bonus for Hope Christian as Hobbs has over 10 fouls.
Nelson to inbound. Does so to Brown to the far wing. Guarded by Zabala. Brown with a step. He's doubled. Kick out to Nelson on the wing for 3. No. Brown with a long rebound though. Nice dish underneath. How about it from Jones with the finish? It'll go to the line and a chance at a 3-point play. Jones with 4.
Well, that started with the offensive rebound and a good kick inside. And Jones just with the finish. But, once again, Hope did that double team where they had the guy sneak over from the weak side, try for the steal. They didn't do it. They had an open 3, and it ended up giving Hobbs numbers in the end.
Austin
I like that
Drake
defensive strategy, though.
Right. It's where they've gotten a couple of turnovers at it.
Absolutely.
You're never going to outsmart Coach Murphy, I can tell you that. As Calvin Jones hits the 3-point play. He's got 5 points. A perfect 4 for 4 for Hobbs from the line with 3:18 to go here in the second quarter. It's a 2-point advantage for Hope Christian. Zabala almost lost it.
I think if Jones would have turned around, he might have had a turnover.
Zabala back out. Don't leave him open. Milford for 3, and he missed it. Austin Drake with a rebound. He's blocked. Jones says, get that out of here, and he'll come out with it, and then a reach and call against Drake on the frustration.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see Drake get frustrated very often either, but you don't see Drake outsized very often, as right now he's outsized by Jones. And, for a junior, that was a smart play because he has the ball, he's double-teamed, and normally, a younger player might have the thought to flail the elbows, and he would get the offensive foul. Jones did not do that. He drew the foul.
So Jones on the 1-and-1 at the line, misses, but Gerardo crashes hard, and he'll reset on the offensive rebound. Nice offensive rebound. Gerardo's baseline handoff to Devontae Brown. Shuffled his feet. Turnover. The 11th by Hobbs. I hope Christian's only turned it over for my count by 4, Scott.
Yeah, another missed opportunity for Hobbs to get back in this thing. They're down by 2, and Hope's a team that you don't want to blow opportunities. Neither team do you want to blow opportunities, but Hope is so smart.
Milford backs it out to Austin Drake. Pumps. Drake's going to go strong. Drake is fouled by Gerardo, and he'll have 2 free throws are coming.
That's more of the Austin Drake I know, Adam, as he just took it strong to the hole. He knew that he was going to draw the contact and put it up, and he's at the line for 2.
Well, how about it? Gabriel Gerardo's just picked up his 3rd personal foul here in the first half. Austin Drake, though, is 1 for 4 from the free throw line.
Trevino and Swain on the court for the Eagles.
And I mentioned that Hobbs fouls a lot. They had a lot of guys in foul trouble last night. A couple of guys foul out, but just like Hope, they're that deep where they have another guy coming off the bench doing equally as well.
Drake misses them both as checking back into the game is Swine. Devontae Brown splits a double. They're going to count it no, but he's going to go to the free throw line of the reach-in call
Brandon Zabala
on a 1-on-1. So Zabala going to pick up the personal foul. That's Zabala's 2nd.
That is Zabala's 2nd personal, 9th team foul on the Huskies. Williams and Spangler now.
This is the guy you want at the free throw line.
Yeah.
So far he
at the line
has 8 points, leads all scores for Hobbs. Brown averaging 15 points a game. Hits the first, got another one coming.
Correction, Devontae Brown at the line.
So far, Hobbs 5 of 5 from the free throw line.
I was going to say, Adam, as well as Hope has played, this game is tied. That's the amazing thing, how good Hobbs is.
Well, Roland's going to get it out ahead to Zach Williams. Back out, and Williams was hit, they say, by Calvin Jones, and there's no doubt about that. So Williams going to go to the line, and here in the double bonus, a chance at 2.
I was going to say, you were going to say they say that he hit him. Well, what I saw was a wrecking ball going into a wall.
Zach Williams at the line shooting 2.
Just a little bit of contact on that play.
So Hope's free throw woes starting to catch up to him. They've missed 8 free throws so far. They're 7 of 15 so far, Scott.
Yeah, that's amazing. They're such a good shooting team.
Right.
That's why it's amazing.
Right, they shoot from the field 44%, usually a 65% field goal shooting team. So back in front is Hope Christian, 30-29. 2:12 to go here and counting in the second quarter. Here's Nelson. Nelson, a crossover. Nelson spins. A pull-up, about a 10-footer's good. How about it from Trey Nelson? He's got 5.
Yeah, he's got good moves, but penetrating in the paint is not his cup of tea, but he did a good job.
How about the steal? Trevino got a hand in there. It's just the 5th turnover by Hope Christian. Hobbs on top trying to add to it. And then another walk. I think that's the 3rd time that Trey Nelson's done that on the 12th turnover.
Yeah, you mentioned only 5 turnovers for Hope. Let's keep a look at when they got their 5th and how many they amount after this, because Hobbs is outstanding at drawing turnovers. That means that Hope is doing a great job taking care of the ball.
Inside they go to Williams, and he's going to be fouled by Devontae Brown. And, well, Hope Christian back to the free throw line, but can they make their free throws?
Brown with a personal foul. His 2nd. Zach Williams at the line shooting 2.
Buck 41 to play here in the half. And Williams misses.
Wow.
Kason Meredith on the floor now, replacing Devontae Brown.
Kason Meredith going to come in. Brown's picked up his 2nd personal, so he'll go to the bench. Missed them both, Williams did. The 10th miss by Hope Christian so far. The lead still to Hobbs, 31-30. Trey Nelson, guarded by Roland, a little crossover. Nelson picks up his dribble. Swine back out to Nelson to reset. Kick out to Meredith. Thought about the triple and a reset guarded by Spangler. 1:15 to go, and they're going to be very patient with this offensive possession up 1, Scott.
Yeah, when they have to be, they can be very patient, and this is the guy who can make it happen. But I love this defense that Hope is playing.
They're so good in the half court. Nelson. Swine's going to hand off to Meredith. Meredith
There's that weak side help again.
And a tie-up, and possession arrow going to go to Hope Christian.
You know, Coach Murphy has this team so well coached up where just when you least expect it, you got that weak side help just kind of sneaking and trying to grab that steal.
It's amazing.
And they get
amazing
the hand,
how disciplined they are.
They're very disciplined. They get the hand on the ball, and they force yet another turnover.
Zabala here on the near side. Will hold on to it with 52 seconds to go in the half. It's a 1-point advantage for Hobbs. Hand off to Ben Spangler. Back out to Zabala for three in the corner. Zabala buried it.
Yeah, he can do that, so that was a big play for him. Now it's back up
Calvin
to
Jones, a turnaround jump. Count that. It's his second opportunity in a three-point play. The big fella Jones back to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a nice move, a turnaround jumper. So he's showing a nice little mid-range jumper right there. And for a guy his size, to develop that jumper is going to be huge if he ever wants to go to the next level, because if he can develop any sort of a game, some college out there is going to want him. You can't coach size, and you can't teach it either.
Right. Well, he misses the chance at a three-point play. In fact, that's the first miss at the line. 30 seconds to go. Zabala in the corner. Why not? Again, this time he's long. Milford with the rebound. He's fouled. Put back, no. Going to go to the free throw line as we're tied up at 33.
Well, and this is going to be a big foul against Devontae Brown. Devontae Brown was his third. Yeah, and you saw they did this last night, too. Kasem Meredith, number 12, put his hand up to say, I was the one who did it, but this time he kind of had a more coy look knowing that he wasn't the guy that did it. They tried to really sell it last night on one of the plays against Volcano Vista.
Milford hits the free throw. Finally, a Hope Christian player besides Jordan Leake is hitting a free throw with 24 seconds on the clock here. Well, trouble here for Hobbs. You mentioned foul trouble last night. Scott, foul trouble again. Gabriel Gerardo with three. Devontae Brown with three. So Milford gets them both his first 2 points of the game.
Williams replaces Milford for the
Yeah, that's kind of a surprise, too, that he's only got 2 points today. Is Milford coming off of a big game last night with 15 points against Clovis.
He's one of those streaky shooters. He can get it going at any time. How about the crossover from Nelson? And he's fouled from behind by Zach Williams. And he's going to go to the free throw line with 13.4 here on the clock. It's a 2-point advantage for Hope. But how many lead changes have we had here in the last few minutes?
We've had quite a bit. I don't know about lead changes, but at least the games have been tied a couple of times. But Hope's done a good job of keeping Hobbs out of the lead, and that's what they want to keep doing.
Nelson with 6 points.
Fun little player, Nelson. Nelson only a junior as well.
The second one is long. The rebound out to Dye. Here's Spangler. He's got 10 to play with. 7 seconds on the clock. Zabala straight away pump fake. Zabala up and under. He missed it. Rebound. Milford put back. No, but he's fouled with 1.1 on the clock.
You know, simple word that Hope was able to get Hobbs not to do, and that's box out. As Hope had the position on the defensive side, Hobbs did not, and now you look at Diedrich Milford shooting two.
So Milford hits the first. All 3 of his points coming from the free throw line. 10 of 20 from the free throw line. Hope Christian.
Hope's on fire at the foul line now, thanks to Milford.
Well, he's made his last 4. That one nothing but the bottom of the net with 1.1 on the clock here. Milford with 4 points. We'll see if Hope Christian could, or excuse me, Hobbs could get something off here. Meredith will just heave one up, beats the buzzer.
Ooh.
Off the window. And that'll do it here for the first half. Scott, it's been back and forth. It's a 3-point advantage for Hope Christian.
It's been entertaining, nothing less than what we thought we were going to see today. A couple of outstanding teams, a couple of outstanding programs, and this should be a whale of the second half.
All right, so we're at the halftime break here. It's a 3-point advantage for Hope Christian. Folks, check out this last week's top 10 plays of the week. It's the Marty Size State Farm top 10 plays right here on Pro V Networks. It's a great place to be seen. Quick hands by Molina, coast to coast. Molina, a little finger roll and a display of athleticism there. It's the 5th turnover by Monsanto. Back on the board since.
With the rebound for Rio Rancho, like I was talking about Albuquerque's defense, Rio Rancho cranking up the defense a bit. Patterson for 3. Boy, nothing but net again.
John kicks it out in the corner, gives it up to Harry. Harry fires it. That's a 3-point bucket. It's a 6-point lead.
Boy, it's Dominic Chapman at the elbow. Three's up for Moya, and it's good. That's for Moya. 2-point shot.
That's Joe Yazzie. Another job with the bounce pass to Tomahawk. Out of the corner. A 3-pointer. Yes, right before the buzzer. That's big time. And once again, it's Ronald Leake with 2 back-to-back triples.
Back to Maheen. 6 seconds. 3. Warfield shoots it. No good, but it's going to be off the rebound there. Kendall Johnson, and that ends the free to shoot. Nobody knows the clock is. Spangler at the buzzer hits. Mercy!
Basket is good.
Exclamation point.
Spangler.
Martinez goes to the outside. Cunningham's had a step and a little jam on the baseline for Christian Cunningham. Thank you very much. He's in double figures.
Where'd that come from? I'm just.
Okay, that's called separation. He just separated from everybody with the dribble.
Smith's gonna go baseline with a 2-handed flush. How about it for the big fella, Warren Smith?
Tell you what, he wants to be on that Marty Size top 10 players.
He's always there.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
In Albuquerque, call Agent Marty Size and Agent Teresa Size Wilmert and see if State Farm can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Don't sacrifice quality or flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride delivers the best tasting barbecue chicken and ribs with the fastest drive-thru in the whole city. Plus, Albuquerque Magazine has awarded Golden Pride for having the best tasting breakfast burrito in town. For a great meal without the wait, come see us at any one of our 4 locations or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride, home of Albuquerque's #1 breakfast burrito.
Get into the game. Garden Schwartz Team Sales features fine products and apparel from Wilson, Schutt Sports, Speedline, and Russell Athletics. We offer custom embroidery and screen printing services for all of your school or club needs, from team uniforms to school letter jackets. Specializing in all sports and serving all communities, from big schools to small schools, from up north to down south, or all points in between, Garden Schwartz Team Sales has the products and professional services you'll need to be your best. For great prices, friendly staff, and quality products, call Garden Schwartz Team Sales today at 1-800-880-7767. That's 1-800-880-7767. Since 1939, Garden Schwartz Team Sales is a proud supporter of New Mexico youth athletics.
For the best pizza, calzones, pasta salads, and sensational desserts, Saggio's is an Albuquerque institution. At Saggio's, you'll find fresh, homemade, real Italian pizza, 9 different types of stuffed calzones, Dozens of homemade lasagnas, cooked-to-order pastas with homemade sausage and meatballs, unique sandwiches, salads, and gourmet pizza.
For great food, fun, or a game on their dozen big screens, Saggio's is simply the best. Saggio's, an Albuquerque institution for 33 years, 107 Cornell Southeast, right across from UNM.
ProView Networks would like to thank High and Heather Roberts for their generous support of our mission to help raise the profile of New Mexico's youth and to serve the communities that support them. High and Heather Roberts are proud members of the American National Family of Companies and serve to provide life, health, auto, and home insurance to people like you.
Treat yourself to a day of pampering at Essence Spa and Nails, an oasis of luxurious manicures and luscious pedicures. We also offer exfoliating facials and an array of waxings. Bring along the little one for a day of relaxation. Call us at 856-0000. Enter a world of beauty at Essence Spa and Nails on the corner of Wyoming and Burleson in Northeast Albuquerque.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
I joined the National Guard and never thought I'd be saving lives.
It's more than money for college. It's built my character and given me a sense of accomplishment. Now I'm on a career path and I'm the leader of my team.
I put on the uniform and I have a whole new outlook on life. Country, community, family. That's what matters most to me. If that matters to you, go to 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
Back at it here at Hope Christian High School, home of the Huskies on top, 37-34. Adamdale along with Scott Galletti. You're watching ProviNetworks.com, also being simulcast on UABQ, Comcast Channel 26. Well, it was poor shooting effort for Hope Christian at the free throw line as they went 11 of 21 for the free throw line. Brandon Zabala with 5 points. Jordan Leake with 9 points. Jeff Shermanhorn finished with 4 points in the first half. Diedrich Milford with 4 points. Ben Spangler with 5. Austin Drake with 3. Chris Rowland with 2. Those are the scorers for Hope Christian. Another end for Hobbs. Trey Nelson finished with 6. 4 points from Kaysen Meredith. Devontae Brown leads all scorers with 10. Adrian Triviano with 2. And, well, you know, it was big play for Calvin Jones, Scott. As we've mentioned, he comes off the bench and they're really trying to figure him out. He's getting his feet wet, the junior at 6'10", but he was strong with 7 points. And from the free throw line, also, Hobbs was strong. They only missed 2 as they were 7 of 9.
That's 2 more than what they missed last night, although they didn't get a lot of attempts, only 7 of 7. But you mentioned Jones. He's going to be a bear once he gets the ball right under the basket, but if you get him out in that 10 to 12 foot range and he's hitting jumpers, he's going to be very tough to guard. And, you know, I liked his defense. He had a couple of fouls there, or at least 1 foul in the first half, but what he does is he knows how to control his body. For a young guy, that's hard to do when you're that big.
Jordan Chavarria scored the first bucket of the game, and he hadn't scored since. He was quiet in foul trouble, as a lot of Hob Eagles are. 3 fouls for Devontae Brown. Chavarria with 3 fouls, and also Gabriel Gerardo with 3 fouls. Also, the Hob Eagles have turned it over 12 times as compared to Hope Christian's 5.
Yeah, you mentioned 2 keys, turnovers and fouls, and Hobbs can't afford either one of those, especially at this juncture of the game with so many piling up.
Well, the Hob Eagles now heading right to left. We'll start with the Rock, and we're underway here in the third quarter. Chavarria outside to Nelson's going to try to drive. That half-court defense has been dynamite so far for Hope Christian.
Yeah, it really has, especially the help side defense where you have a guy coming from behind and on the quick double team. They pull it out of nowhere, and that's what I like about Coach Murphy's defense right now.
We're letting them battle down low. Gerardo's got position up around the lip. No, but a foul going to be called. It was a late call.
It was the right call, but I am amazed how late that whistle was, because normally if they blow the call, they're going to let that play go, and it was a very late call.
Foul call on Diedrich Milford.
Milford going to pick up his second personal. Gerardo misses the first. It's the third miss by the Hob Eagles. Now 7 of 10 for the free throw line.
Gerardo, a guy who clogs up the middle. Only had 2 points last night, but he can score. Score in bunches more than likely.
Gerardo hits the second free throw. It's his first point of the game. Milford's got to hurry. Gets it into Scott Dye. Excuse me, Luke Dye. I apologize again. That's actually Zach Williams, who's posting up at the bottom. Spangler now out of the left elbow. Guarded by Nelson. Austin Drake on the inside. Drake, a step around. No, couldn't hit, and Brown's going to come out with a rebound. Whoa, good footwork on the inside.
That was a great up and under move by the young man, and he just couldn't get it to go down. But that was a great move, and he's going to make that 9 times out of 10.
It's a 2-point advantage for Hope Christian. 6:59 to go third quarter. Meredith, hand off to Brown. Brown to the inside. Javaria, turnaround jump is good.
Yeah, watch out to see if he gets hot, because yesterday, with the game on the line, he kind of took over, and he's capable of doing so because he averages so much.
Well, Travaria with the first bucket in the first half. How about Jordan Leake, the sophomore, off the window and in? And he's picking up right where he left off. 11 points for Jordan Leake.
Little English on that ball.
And the thing about it is, you heard the PA guy in the background saying about the English. Well, Jordan Lake, again, attack, attack, attack. And that time he came off the left wing and took it to the hole and gets a great
so aggressive.
He's outstanding. And he's, like you said, he's only a sophomore. He's going to get better.
Leake has been dominant from the free throw line as well. The three-point play is golden. They get it inside as Calvin Jones' turnaround is no good. And Diedrich Milford going to run with it. 6:24 to go here in this third quarter. Austin Drake, a left-handed hook. Good to go. Drake now with 5 points, Scott.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Drake, and back to a 42-37 lead for Hope Christian over Hobbs.
Devontae Brown to the right wing. Gonna get a high screen, goes around it. Brown gonna go high up and in.
Yeah, that's his move right there. A little smooth runner in the lane. He can make that all night long.
A lot of things look smooth this afternoon, hasn't he?
Yeah, he sure has. He's got 12 now.
Inside to Drake, stepped around Chaviera, but missed it, and Brown gonna travel with it on the ground.
Yeah, Austin Drake, once again, a little runner. He didn't make it, but the one thing that if you're Coach Murphy, you gotta like, he's getting those sort of shots. And, you know, I like his chances making those shots more times than not.
Spangler's going to inbound it. 5:49 to go here in the third quarter. There is Milford, a pump fake, going to go baseline. Milford, a little float. Diedrich Milford, it's his first field goal. He's got 6 points. Yeah, and now the lead is posted up, Scott, to 44-37.
Yeah, he showed no ill effects of the big guy coming at him, just shot it right over him.
Devontae Brown's going to get a screen top of the key. Brown trying to go into Xavier, will back it out to Nelson. And a timeout's going to be called by Coach Smith. We'll step aside as well. You're watching Program Networks. It's a great place to be seen.
Don't sacrifice quality or flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride delivers the best tasting barbecue chicken and ribs with the fastest drive-thru in the whole city. Plus, Albuquerque Magazine has awarded Golden Pride for having the best tasting breakfast burrito in town. For a great meal without the wait, come see us at any one of our 4 locations or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride, home of Albuquerque's #1 breakfast burrito.
61, and they beat Rio Rancho twice.
Special thanks to Graphic Connection Custom Sports Apparel, the only source for official Anime A-State Championship apparel. Also, Low Mountain Contracting, the official scoreboard sponsor for all championship broadcasting. Call Low Mountain Contracting for premium courts, tracks, fields, constructions, and repairs. There's a 5-second call here and a turnover by Hobbs.
Yeah, once again, Hope giving Hobbs a taste of its own medicine with outstanding pressure, outstanding on the inbounds pressure.
Well, I think this is a case of feet getting caught up with each other as Devontae Brown was guarding Williams, and that's a shame because it's going to be his fourth personal foul.
That's his fourth, and that's an issue as Hobbs, as we get late in the game with 5:26 to go here in the third, Hobbs can ill afford to lose players due to foul trouble, and Brown has to sit down now, and he's one of their leaders.
Foster replaces Brown for the Eagles.
Leake's going to inbound, and he does so to Williams, now to Spangler.
Let's see now if Hope on offense can set up a play here to open things up as they're up by 5 right now.
Tough shot, a 15-footer by Milford. Spangler's going to come out with it. A foul's going to be called underneath against Meredith, and it's already going to be the third team foul against Hobbs.
Number 12, Casey Meredith with the personal foul.
Yeah, Jordan Chevalier came over to the official who made the call saying, hey, he threw his arm, but maybe that's what they thought about Meredith.
And an offensive foul here by Hope to turn it, Hope to turn it over.
You know, sometimes talking to the official can't help because then all of a sudden the official's looking for something and they found it right there. Let's face it, you can call a foul on almost every play. So, you know, if you're looking for it, you're going to get it.
Especially with the new rules.
Yeah, exactly. With the reach-in
It's
rule.
so questionable. You can never really tell what is. You just want it to be consistent on both ends now is what I think. Here's a steal. As Spangler going to kick it out to Leake in the corner. No, Leake could not hit. And the big 6'10" Jones snags the board. Meredith, he's stripped and fouled.
Oh, I thought Spangler had all ball there, but on the other end, Spangler on that weak side help got that steal. And again, we've talked about this all game long. Coach Murphy, just when you least expect it, he sends that double team, and it comes from the weak side where you don't see it if you're the offensive player with the ball. So this Hope defense is outstanding.
In and out by Meredith. Some of the teams that you might recognize that Hobbs has defeated this year: Deming, Capital, Gadsden. They beat Cleveland, Alamogordo, Artesia, Rio Rancho, Goddard. Their only losses to Volcano Vista last night: Mayfield, Roswell, the outstanding 4A squad, and Las Cruces. A 2-on-1, nice dish underneath Diedrich. Milford, oh, he missed a bunny, a gimme. And Meredith are going to come out with it. He's going to run. Meredith to the corner. It's Nelson for 3. And he missed everything. The rebound, that's put up. That's no good. The turnaround by Jones is no good. There's a lid on that rim.
There is a lid on that rim. I thought Jones was going to get that little bunny from 5 feet, and there's a nice feed.
The window, a little kiss it in.
That's what Hope does to you. Just when you think you had them at bay, they answer. They're up by 6 now with 4:21 to play.
Jones runs the court pretty well, and he's going to be fouled as he went up, so he'll go to the free throw line with 4:21 to go here in the third quarter. But a 6-point lead here for the Hope Christian Huskies, 46-40. When you look at some of the wins that Hope Christian has, Scott, it's amazing. I mean, they've beaten La Cueva, Las Cruces, Albuquerque High School, Highland, West Mesa, Mayfield, Rio Rancho twice, Del Norte, Socorro, Taos, Sandia, Monzano. I mean, they've got a monster resume.
Yeah, and one of the games against Rio Rancho, which is a very good team, 90-62.
And they've beaten Rio Rancho twice
so
far.
Which is no fluke.
No. Jones gets 1 of 2, 8 points. As here comes Rollin on the wing. Rollin, a nice move and a block. Jones pins it against the glass. And Xavier going to come out with it. 4:10 to go here in this third quarter. It's a 5-point game. Xavier, he's going to go strong. In and out, no good. Jones with a rebound. And he puts it up and in. Double figures for Calvin Jones. And a turnover. Chris Rollin threw it away. It's the 7th turnover by Hope Christian. And a timeout's going to be called here. Murphy doesn't like it. It's a full 3:49 to go in the third. We'll step aside. You're watching Privy Networks. It's a great place to be seen.
Graphic Connection is your source for quality custom sports apparel inspired by the athletes that wear it. Graphic Connection offers in-house graphics, embroidery, digital printing, and screen printing, enabling us to offer custom products with fast turnaround to suit both your budget and your timeline. Graphic Connection is New Mexico's exclusive Cornette digital garment printer shop. The print resolution is unparalleled. Contact Graphic Connection today at 505-821-2777 or visit us online at www.gcsportswear.com.
3:49 on the clock here in the third quarter. It's a 3-point advantage for Hope Christian. Adam Deal along with Scott Galletti. You're watching ProVNetworks.com. Well, Hobbs are trying to get this tempo up a little bit. They got a couple turnovers and a couple buckets to cut back within 3.
I think we've gotten a good taste of Hobbs' backcourt pressure and their press now. They really didn't show it too much in the first half. They showed it quite a bit last night, and I think, Hope, which has kind of showed it themselves against Hobbs, now getting a taste of its own medicine with 2 straight turnovers.
Well, Adrian Trevino is checked into the game. Also, Nick Lopez. Excuse me, not Adrian Trevino, just Nick Lopez, and he's going to walk with it and turn it over. That's the 15th turnover by Hobbs.
He drug his pivot foot, tried to stop. I think he was trying to pull up for a shot, and ended up getting the walk.
Spangler here in the near side, guarded by Foster, top of the key. Austin Drake. Drake walked. So right back at you, turnover for turnover.
It was, and this is a whale of a game. 3-point ball game, couple of story programs with lots of championships. All you have to do is, I said, look at the wall to the right of us for basketball. There's a wall on the left of us for other sports, and just a storied history here at Hope.
Meredith goes inside to Jones, and he's going to be fouled.
I thought the Jones actually walked before the contact.
The near side crowd wants the walk. It'll be the 4th team foul.
Ben Spangler with
It looks like he took a couple of steps at him, so he got away with one.
Actually, it's going to be the 5th team foul. It's going to be Ben Spangler's 3rd personal. How about Calvin Jones? He's been the go-to, and there he is again. Jones puts it up. No, got his own rebound up and in, and he has been smooth. 12 points for Calvin Jones.
Yeah, he's starting to take over the game. Not so much scoring as he only has 12 points, but he's starting to take over the game in terms of rebounds.
Zabala's going to go window. That's no good. Jones comes out with a board. Chris Rolland got a steal, so athletic.
Yeah, there's those quick hands again.
Back out Rolland, and he traveled. And that's the 9th turnover, so Hope's starting to turn it over a lot with 2:59 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier in the quarter when you said they had 5 turnovers, that let's see how many they have after that. And in the last few minutes, they've had 4 turnovers, and that's very uncharacteristic because they take so good care of the ball.
Meredith with a stutter. We'll back it out now to Foster. That's Lopez. Chavarria. Jones thought about the 15-footer. Meredith, a 19-footer, Zabala hand in the face, doesn't matter, buried it. And the lead back to Hobbs, 47-46.
Yeah, Hobbs just all of a sudden, you look at the scoreboard and they're back in the lead, and they're doing it with defense, and they're doing it with smart offense.
All the way is Leake, and he'll draw the contact, and when in doubt, just go to your sophomore.
Yeah, and that was strength on strength right there. Jordan Leake, the way he's been driving the basketball to the basket against the big guy Jones. And Jones, I think maybe he gets away with it, although he hit him with the body as well. But once you lunge those big arms down, you're going to get a foul 9 times out of 10.
Leake hits the free throw, and he's been nailing his free throws. As now as a team, Hope Christian is 13 of 23. Fernando Martez going to check in for the first time. As Leake gets them both in the lead back to Hope Christian. 14 points for Jordan Leake. And Leake's going to go to the bench. Jeff Schimmerhorn going to check in for him, and here comes Meredith. Threw it away. Right to Rolland. Rolland all the way. Couldn't hit. Schimmerhorn almost took it away from Trevino. And a quick outlet. Meredith might have walked with it. He got away with one, Scott.
I'll say.
Foster will reset with $1:56 and counting to go in the third. Back and forth we go from Hope Christian High School. Meredith picks up his dribble. Out to Foster. Now Montez.
You're starting to see more motion on the Hope offense also.
Right.
They're not so much standing around like they were in the first half.
Schimmerhorn out on Meredith. Going to back it out now. Almost got a steal. Reaches in. It's going to get a foul now. And it'll be the 16th foul. The crowd doesn't like it.
Well, this Schimmerhorn, we talked about him being a scrappy player. Yeah. That's what Coach Murphy calls him. And you see it right there. He worked so hard. He thought that he got all ball. He was on his knees. He clapped his hands like, oh, man, I missed that one. But, you know, or in terms of
those are the fouls you could live with.
Yeah, you can live with that because he was going for the steal. So he wasn't unhappy about the foul. He was unhappy he didn't get the ball.
And Chavarria almost traveled with it, able to keep it though. Hand off to Nelson. Here is Nelson. Backs it out to Montez. Chavarria, a 15-footer, missed everything.
Yeah, he's a little off his game right now. He was really flashy yesterday, but he took the ball inside a lot. So I don't know how much in that range that really is for him, as you see the hand pressure now of Hobbs.
Roland probably got away with a walk there. A few of them on both ends not being called, as Dye, who checks into the game for Hope Christian, will hand off now to Schimmerhorn.
Safe to say they're letting him play, Adam?
Yep. Marcus Johnson on the near side, 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Johnson going to try to go baseline. He's cut off by Nelson in a reset.
Pressure on this man-to-man defense coming a little further out for Hobbs now. And they're an outstanding defensive team, much as Hope is.
Xavier on Johnson to back out to Zabala, pump fake. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Zabala window uses the glass so nicely. He's got 7 points, Scott. Back to a 3-point advantage for Hope Christian.
Yeah,
30 seconds to go in the third.
That was beautiful by Zabala.
Trevino out of the baseline, guarded by Zabala. Trevino going to pull up a 10-footer. That's nothing but buckets.
Adrian Trevino.
And then a reach-in call is going to go against Montez. I believe Fernando Montez going to pick up his first personal and the 15 foul.
Fernando Montez with personal foul. His first personal 15.
Good news if you're a Hobbs fan is Hobbs has toned it down a little bit on the fouls, although their major players have had a lot of fouls. And there's one right there on what looked like a pretty good steal.
That's such a tough call. I think both players were going for a loose ball, and Andre Foster looked like he might have gotten there in time. Instead, they're going to call a foul. It'll be the 16th foul, his third personal.
Yeah, that's one of the instances where it was incidental contact, and the offensive player, I guess, gets the call 9 times out of 10, so that's what happened there. Even though it was a bang-bang, it could have gone either way.
Brandon Zabala going to be guarded by Foster. 10 seconds to go in the third. It's got to be quick. Hand off to Roland. Back to Zabala. 6 to shoot. Zabala pull up 15-footer is good. 9 points for Zabala, and Foster can't get the shot up. And that's the end of the third quarter with the Hope Christian Huskies on top. 52-49. You're watching Privy Networks. It's a great place to be seen.
Get into the game. Garden Schwartz Team Sales features fine products and apparel from Wilson, Schutt Sports, Speedline, and Russell Athletics. We offer custom embroidery and screen printing services for all of your school or club needs, from team uniforms to school letter jackets. Specializing in all sports and serving all communities, from big schools to small schools, from up north to down south, or all points in between, Garden Schwartz Team Sales has the products and professional services you'll need to be your best. For great prices, friendly staff, and quality products, call Garden Schwartz Team Sales today at 1-800-880-7767. That's 1-800-880-7767. Since 1939, Garden Schwartz Team Sales is a proud supporter of New Mexico youth athletics.
Well, back at it, fourth quarter here at Hope Christian High School. And it's the Huskies on top, 52-49, a 3-point advantage over the Hobb Eagles. Adam Deal here along with Scott Galletti. You're watching ProviNetworks.com. Scott, it has been back and forth action all game. Promising finish here.
Yeah, this has been outstanding basketball. Both teams playing well offensively, but their defense has been just nails from the get-go. And Hobbs maybe so much, a little more in the second half than in the first, but Hope Christian's been playing just great defense from start to finish.
Dish underneath, Austin Drake, pump fake, he'll go window, no. The rebound, no, by Jordan Leake with a game-high 16 points. He's still got 2 more years, Scott.
Yeah, he's an amazing player. 5-point lead now for Hope.
Nelson, a little float, and that's
Boy,
good.
that was beauty.
All 5'9" of them. Nelson now with 8 points. And Leake, he's going to attack the basket. Leake just knows how to draw the contact, doesn't he?
I was going to say, guess where he was going? Right down the middle, right at somebody. He doesn't care who the defender that picks him up is. He's going to try his best to get the ball over them.
He even went at Calvin Jones earlier, who's 6'10".
Who's coming back into the game, by the way. Now, I remember that play when he went against Jones, and he is just nails at the foul line, too.
I don't think he's missed one. And now Hope Christian's kind of picked up their free throw shooting. A lot to this guy, Jordan Jones. as they're now 14 of 24, make it 15 of 25.
Yeah, Leake having just another outstanding game for Hope Christian.
18 points for Jordan Leake, 7:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. The lead now back to 5 for Hope Christian.
So Hope doing a good job of packing in this defense.
Trevino try to go inside. They'll swing it around all the way to Meredith in the right wing. Back out to Nelson. 7:05 to play here in the fourth quarter. And a timeout was called, and they probably got it right where they wanted it to Chaviera. And we'll keep it right here on the 30-second timeout. Folks, additional support for this program provided in part by Streamline Swim Store and Streamline Team and Athletic Apparel, by State Farm agents Marty Seiss, Teresa Seiss-Wilmert, and Michelle Bermudez, by Dave Patterson and the Grounds Guys, and by High Roberts and Associate Insurance Group. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of Privy Networks Community Broadcasting, you can contact JD Healy at 246-6808, extension 1004. That's 246-6808, extension 1004. Or you can write them, JD at ProviNetworks.com. Well, Hope Christian able to hit their foul shots. Jordan Leake really leading his squad, but really I think it's defensively in the half court. Hope Christian is doing their business.
Yeah, I think Mike Smith called that timeout because Hope went into a 2-3 zone. I think that was throwing his team off.
Spangler will
now they're back
Nelson.
to man-to-man.
And that's what Murphy will do. He'll drive you nuts. Inside, Chaviera, strong, no call. Jones got the rebound, put it up strong. And they're just playing rebounds off the backboard, and then a foul finally called against Hope Christian.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I know that Coach Smith called the timeout because the Hobbs Eagles were having trouble penetrating that zone, and you know, Coach Murphy said, hey, I know why they're calling a timeout. Let's go back to man-to-man.
He'll change his defense every possession.
And Coach Smith is probably sitting there, I called the timeout for this?
Well, here's the deal. It's the
Jones, 54 at the line.
It's the 17th foul, so it's a 1-and-1 as Zabala picks up his third personal. And Calvin Jones has a 1-and-1 here. Hobbs got to make their free throws, and Jones does just that. He's got 13 points.
Yeah, for a big guy, he shows good touch from the foul line. Can't coach that either. You could try, but touch is touch.
Well, Jones misses a second, but Meredith able to grab the rebound, and then he did walk with it on the near side. A turnover, it's been minimal for Hobbs here in the second half, but it is their 16th of the game.
I still don't think that Hobbs is used to the type of defense that Coach Murphy's Hope Christian Huskies play, because they're just in your face the entire game. And that's what Hobbs usually does to opponents.
6:35 to play. It's a 4-point advantage for Hope Christian with the rock. Spangler got it by Meredith. They get it inside to Leake, going against Jones, and this time Jones straight up. It was smooth defense all the way.
Yeah, he didn't even jump.
Right. He doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to.
Kick to the corner. Trevino for 3 buckets.
Wow.
And that's big time.
That is big time.
7 points for Adrian Trevino, and then an almost steal. Zabala can run with it, though, and he will. Diedrich Milford an answer. No. In and out. Spangler with the rebound. Pump fake. Yes! Ben Spangler!
Boy, I love what Spangler did right there. He got the ball. He kind of pump faked. He watched the defender knowing that he was going to get the contact. He waited for the contact and then put it up and ended up with a better shot than he would have had he just thrown the ball up in the first place.
His stat sheet isn't going to be off the charts, but these are the kind of things he does.
Yeah, that was a smart play by Spangler, just waiting for the right moment to put it up and in. Not only did he get a shot attempt, he got a 3-point play.
8 points for Spangler. Hits the 3-point play, and the lead back up to 59-55 with 5:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. Nelson, he almost got away with a walk there. That is Nelson out of the right wing. He's doubled, almost a turnover. Chaviera back out to Nelson for 3 deep. Got it, rattled it home. Another triple for Hobbs. And it's back to a 1-point game. Nelson with 11 points. Zabala left alone. And the elbow, in and out, no. Johnson rebound, got it. Marcus Johnson with his first bucket. And back and forth we go. Meredith for a long 3. That's no good, and Milford going to come out with a board. A no look to Austin Drake. He'll pull up a 19-footer, no. And an easy rebound for Jones. Some action here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, good action as now Coach Smith wants another timeout.
We'll step aside. It's the Hope Christian Huskies on top by 1. You watch your Pro Networks. It's a great place to be seen.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
Home of the Huskies, and it's the Huskies on top, 61-58. 4:53 to play here in the fourth quarter. Adam Dale along with Scott Galletti. Well, Scott, what's it going to come down to?
It's going to come down to basically, I think, down to stretch free throws. Hope was cold early. They've heated up at the foul line. I think they're going to be fouled more often down the stretch, especially if Hobbs isn't able to mount a comeback. They're only down by 3, but even though it's only been a 3 to 5 to 1 point game back and forth, you haven't gotten the sense that Hobbs has gotten the full momentum. It's always been Hope coming up with an answer. We'll see if they can continue that trend.
Both teams with 17 fouls, so free throws will probably come into play here. Javiero will toss it in. Devontae Brown, who's in. He's been sitting the whole time with 4 personal fouls. And here is Brown out in the elbow.
Yeah, he's a game changer if he can keep from getting that number 5.
There is Brown, guarded heavily by Leake.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. I'm watching them two go back and forth.
Inside to Jones, a soft touch off the window and in. Calvin Jones with 15, and it's a 1 point game. Zabala can run with it. Zabala's going to go all the way, left it short. Got the rebound, though. It was tipped by Zach Williams, and a timeout's going to be called by Coach Murphy. So back to a 3 point game. You watch your Pro Networks. It's a great place to be seen.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
In Albuquerque, call Agent Nancy Birch and Agent Michelle Bermudez and see if State Farm could save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Well, 4:20 to go here in the fourth quarter, Scott. It's a 3 point advantage for him. Every time it seems like Hobbs is getting over that edge, Hope always seems to have an answer so far.
Yeah, that's the thing that Hope's done so well so far today and all season for that matter. And you don't win 6 straight and 15 of your last 17 for nothing. This is a very good Hope team and perhaps one of the better ones, and that's saying something with as many titles that Coach Murphy has.
Javier's going to inbound to Nelson, and here comes Hobbs. Devontae Brown, Calvin Jones, and Meredith. Marcus Johnson going to try to defend Jones, who's been dynamite so far. He's got 15. That's Devontae Brown back out to Meredith.
Yeah, Jones unable to get free, and he look at his face. He's getting a little frustrated out there, but he's still going at it, trying to make things happen.
They'll try to do pick and roll with Brown and Jones. They get it inside to Chavaria. Back out for Brown. A long 2, no. Jones on the glass, though, cleans up, and Jones going to be called with an offensive foul. I think it was the right call.
Yeah, they called him for the elbows. He kind of jutted that elbow. Something I talked about earlier that a younger player normally would do just instinctively, just because they're not used to playing with bigger kids and older kids. But that time, I think he just threw it out there, and he's trying to sell to the official that he was doing the square up, and the official said, nope, you threw the elbow.
Zabala going to inbound here to Zach Williams. 3:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Williams lost the handle. We'll back it out now to Spangler. It's a 3 point advantage for Hope Christian. Zabala's starting to have a game. He's got 11 points as he'll set it up. Guarded by Jones, a kick baseline. Austin Drake walked.
Yeah, he saw Brown come at him along with the big guy, and I think the big guy, more so than Brown, kind of threw him off his game.
Right.
I know it would me.
He saw him coming. Nelson. Xavier. That's Jones, now to Brown. Back out Meredith, the 16-footer's good. He's been so smooth with that mid-range, hasn't he?
Yeah, he really has, and that's his kind of game that he plays. And here's another new steal.
Nelson for the lead.
That's what Hobbs does. They play pressure defense, and they throw it at you right when you're least expecting it and forcing that turnover on Hope.
It's that press, and it's the 11th turnover by Hope Christian. It's a 1-point advantage for Hobbs. Inside the low block, a turnaround by Williams is good. The left skyhook. Second field goal for Zach Williams. He's got 5, and we're trading leads here in the fourth quarter. Xavier is going to go strong. He got the runner up and in.
Yeah, and that's his game, taking it strong to the hole. If you see him shooting three-pointers or outside shots, he's a little off his game. There's another near steal.
Chavarria, and here's a tip out of bounds by Hobbs.
Timeout Huskies.
Mike Smith, the head coach of Hobbs, saying, hey, it's our ball.
Right, there's a communication here. All three officials going to talk about it.
And it is black ball.
So a timeout's going to be called here by Hope Christian. When we return, it's Hobbs basketball. 2:13 to play. You're watching Privy Networks. It's a great place to be seen.
For the best pizza, calzones, pasta salads, and sensational desserts, Saggio's is an Albuquerque institution. At Saggio's, you'll find fresh, homemade, real Italian pizza, 9 different types of stuffed calzones, dozens of homemade lasagnas, cooked-to-order pastas with homemade sausage and meatballs, unique sandwiches, salads, and gourmet pizza.
For great food, fun, or a game on their dozen big screens, Saggio's is simply the best. Saggio's, an Albuquerque institution for 33 years, 107 Cornell Southeast, right across from UNM.
2:13 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's a 1-point advantage for Hobbs. They've got the rock off another Hope Christian turnover, their 12th. Adam Dealer along with Scott Coletti. You watch at PrivyNetworks.com. We said it was going to be a good one, Scott. We told you.
It's been a fun one.
Xavier on the inside, the right-handed finish. No, couldn't do it. And over the back's going to be called against the Eagles. And this is free throw time.
Yes, it is. Free throw time indeed. And now it's a matter of whether or not Hobbs can make their free throws. I mean,
Hope Christian, right?
Hope Christian. Well, Hobbs for that matter.
Right, yeah, I'm sure it's going to go back the other way. It's a 10-team foul. It'll be the third personal against Trevino. And so Zabala, who's been pretty smooth at the free throw line to shoot 2, he's got 11 in the game. As a team so far, Hope Christian is 16 of 26. And Zabala knocks down the free throw to tie it up. Remember, they were well below 50%. Now they've upped their percentage back to where it should be.
Yeah, they're shooting more the way that you would think that they would.
Zabala in and out of the second, so we're tied at 66. Two minutes to go. Devontae Brown, top of the key.
Both playing man-to-man right here.
Oh, and Jones just lost it, and then he fouled Leake. And Jordan Leake's been dynamite from the free throw line.
Yeah, that was frustration by Jones, and now they're in the double bonus as we go to the other end with Hope trying to break the tie, but just an unforced error as Jones had the ball outside and just simply bobbled the ball and lost it.
1:55 to play here in the fourth quarter. Jordan Leake, who leads all scores with 18 points and make it 19 points. And how smooth has he been for the free throw line?
Yeah, that only one miss is the only blemish he's had. He's been near perfect. And what a game he's played.
Leake got them both, and it's a 2-point advantage for Hope. Here comes Devontae Jones, $1:50 to play. Trevino back out to Nelson.
Hope now kicking back into the zone.
They go inside to Jones. Turnaround jump is no good. But the offensive board, count that!
That's Chavarria. When he's that close to the bucket, he's tough. He got the ball inside and knew he was going to feel the contact and put it up and in with 2 hands.
Time out of the court by Coach Murphy. We'll take it as well. Hobbs can take the lead when we return. You're watching Pro Networks. It's a great place to be seen.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
$1:34 to play here at Hope Christian High School, and we're all tied up 68 apiece, Scott, at the free throw line. The Chavarria, he's got a chance to take the lead again here for Hobbs.
Yeah, it was a nice strong move by Chavarria, just went strong to the bucket, put it up with 2 hands, and both Hope and last night Volcano Vista sort of kept him at bay, but he's a good player.
Chavarria at the line for the Eagles, shooting 1.
So Chavarria could put Hobbs back on top as we traded leads a few times here, and he does. He's got 9 points. Jordan Leake up ahead. That's Roland, pump fake. Roland's blocked straight up, and that's a tie-up possession auto to Hope. You gotta like the defense of Jones. He's just going straight up.
Yeah, he's been playing very aggressive, and he's not worried about getting the foul. He's worried about what needs to be done. He's doing a great job. A little hobbled right now with one of his knees.
Here's Jordan Leake on the near side. Leake's gonna drive. Leake, nice dish to Austin Drake, back out to Leake. Inside, look at the
nice
dish.
back
For the sophomore to Milford off the window and in, and the lead back to Hope Christian. Milford with 8 points.
Yeah, Milford sneaking from the back door. That was clutch, and there's another good defensive play, but they're going to call a defensive block.
Devontae Brown just being aggressive and smart, knowing that he's got to get some points here.
Well, he's also smart knowing that he has 4 fouls, so he has to be careful, and he was right there.
Brown had 10 points at the half. He's been on the bench most of this half because of foul trouble. 2 free throws, and he short arms the first.
What a game, huh?
Well, we knew it would be strong, but did you know it was going to be this good? I don't know. Brown could tie it here, and he does. 13 points for Devontae Brown.
There's that press by Hobbs.
And Spangler. 1 minute to go here at Hope Christian High School. Jordan Leake. Leake dishes underneath. It's grabbed by Milford again. Jordan Leake with back-to-back assists to Dejik Milford, who's got 10, and it's a 2-point advantage for Hope Christian, Scott.
Yeah, what a play once again, and Hope getting 2 easy buckets here on the last 2 possessions to take that lead.
Chavarria will back it out now to Meredith. 37 seconds to go. Inside to Brown. Brown's baseline, and he lost it. Bodies on the court, and a tie-up, I believe, is going to be called. And if so, it's Hobbs basketball, and indeed it is.
Yeah, that was close for Hobbs as they will get the ball back 30 and 5/10 seconds. But, boy, that was close. That was a near turnover, and turnover right now can be deadly for Hobbs, down by 2.
Nelson inbound, Chavarria
off
the window, and we're tied up.
Both teams exchanging backdoor cuts, and this one was on an inbounds play. And
Leake's going to go
with the
baseline off the window. Count it.
How about Jordan Leake
today?
No, you cannot. He has had a whale of a game. Chance for a true 3-point play and a 3-point lead with 20 seconds to play.
And he went right at Calvin Jones again and had his way. Jordan Jones, a monster game with 20 seconds on the clock, and Calvin Jones was just fouled out of this one with his 5th personal.
Yeah, Calvin Jones played a nice game, but Jordan Leake has been spectacular here today.
15 points for Calvin Jones. And Leake adds on to his legacy of this one. 3-point game, 19 seconds on the clock. Hobbs very patient with it. Nelson's going to get a high screen. Nelson almost had it stripped from Spangler. Hand off to Meredith. Here's Devontae Brown. Brown's got to be quick with 6 to go. Brown, a little crossover. Brown to tie it. In and out. No! Chavia puts it up, and that'll do it. On the buzzer, Hope Christian gets it done, and it's Jordan Leake's 22 points that does it. 75-72.
Boy, I'll tell you what a game this was. Mike Smith, the head coach of Hobbs, at the end of the game, looked at his players, clapped, and said, hey, nice effort, guys, because I think throughout this game, if you want to give a grade, Hope Christian, for much of the game, outplayed Hobbs. And Hobbs, much to their credit, to their pedigree, they came back and mounted a good comeback, but it was too much hope in the end. And talk about those offensive plays. 3 straight opportunities and 3 straight close baskets for Hope to win this game.
75-72.
Wednesday night, 7 o'clock.
As that's the final score. Let's just talk about what we need to talk about, and that's Jordan Leake, the sophomore, finishes with 22 points on my count, Scott. He was outstanding from the free throw line. He was aggressive all game. He even had 2 dishes at the end of that game to Dedrick Milford that set him up wide open in front of the hoop. He was the real deal.
Well, he was aggressive, and the thing that you like about about Jordan Leake is he was aggressive, taking the ball to the hole, and he did just such a great job of taking the ball to the basket, not afraid of the contact, and got the big buckets when he needed them.
Well, joining me and Scott Galletti right now is winning head coach Coach Murphy. Coach, we have to ask you straight away, your sophomore Jordan Leake, he was just outstanding tonight, really won the game. It wasn't just him scoring, getting to the free throw line, but even passing at the end as well, right?
Yeah, he's going to be a special player. He's only a sophomore. We kind of committed to give him 5 quarters every night, and he's been playing a little JV, but he's getting more and more varsity time. We actually started him yesterday, but he was big on the stretch. He plays with a lot of confidence, and he nailed those free throws as well as getting to the hole, and just a very good competitor.
You were able to keep your turnovers to a minimum in the first half. Hobbs sped you up a little bit in the second half. How were you able to withstand that?
Well, Spangler does a great job for us. He's kind of an unsung hero. He kind of controls the tempo for us. Probably got a little tired there, and, we probably didn't go as deep to the bench the second half. And maybe a little bit fatigued. They played last night, we played last night, and these are 2 big games for us. And but I thought we did enough. It was a great game for the fans, not for the coaches, but for the fans, it was a good game.
Coach, I saw their game last night against Volcano Vista, and one of the things that amazed me about what your team was able to do is I really like the weak side help on a double team where you snuck a guy in to get the hand on the ball and create havoc with steals and turnovers, and I think that really threw them off their game.
Well, yeah, I think we could have done even a better job on it. I thought their big kid last night. I watched the video on ProView, and I scouted him a little bit, and he didn't have a big game. He only had 2 points last night. He kind of hurt us tonight. We had a hard time matching up. He's a big boy. He's only a junior, so he's going to be a pretty good player in the future. But he had a good game for us, but I thought we got enough hands on it. I thought the defensive boards we kind of struggled with in the second half, and that's what got them back in the game.
The one guy that you were able to contain was Cheveria. Last night he had a pretty good game, and you were able to contain him for much of the contest.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job on him. Like I said, I thought he was their best player last night. We were able to do a better job. He did get in foul trouble. I think that helped a little bit. Sometimes that gets you out of your rhythm. But we're just happy to get a win, and now we're getting ready for district, and I know it's going to be crazy going into district, but it's a big win for our school.
How big, after being out for a few games with injuries, is having Brandon Zavala back in the lineup?
Well, he told me yesterday, Coach, I'm almost there being explosive again as far as jumping, but I'm not there defensively. His ankle's pretty swollen, and we've kind of been nursing him back, but I'm hoping that this will give him a little confidence, and hopefully he'll be healthy for district.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Go enjoy your win. It's a big one against Hobbs.
Well, appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it, Coach. That's Coach Murphy with us. Well, folks, that's going to end it as the final score 75-72. Jordan Leake, the hero for Hope Christian, with 22 points. Final thoughts, Scott?
Boy, you can't ask for any better of a scouting report of a game. You knew it was going to be a good one, but man, this was a barn burner in a very good barn here, as it's a small gymnasium. Great atmosphere. The crowd was really into the game, but in the end, it was a little too much Brandon Leake.
Well, the Hob Eagles going to fall to 16-6. They go 0-2 here in the Metro City.
Jordan Leake
on their
made
trip,
that,
right,
not Brandon.
Right.
I was thinking Zavala. I get those two mixed up.
And the Hope Christian Huskies, before they go to district play, they're going to go to 16-3 as they improve, and that's going to be the end of today's broadcast. We appreciate you for joining us on Comcast Channel 26, UABQ, and here on ProViewNetworks.com. For the entire ProView Network crew, for Joe Bader, our director, for Scott Galletti, I'm Adam Deal. We thank you for watching ProView Networks. It's a great place to be seen.
This ProView Networks presentation is intended for the private use of our viewing audience. Any other use of this content in whole or in part without the express written consent of ProView Networks is strictly prohibited. ProView Networks is privately funded through the generous contribution of our sponsors. Our mission is to provide positive and